What's up and welcome to FPL Today. My name's JNO, welcome to the channel and welcome to another player position and price bracket review where we go over all the positions and the different price ranges in those positions and try and pick out the best players to be looking at for this season. But a few things before we get into this video. If you love FPL content in your subscription box, consider subscribing to the channel, and I just want to say a massive thank you because I felt so blessed recently with all the support I've gotten. I announced 3,000 subscribers just recently, maybe 2 or 3 days ago. Already hit 3,125 as of recording this. The growth is amazing this close to the Premier League season, and it's down to all of your guys' support. Also check out the channel. The banner may have changed. Yates Produces has given me a new banner for the YouTube channel, so go check out his Twitter. Link will be in the description. And let's get on with the video. So today we're looking at budget price midfielders, and they can be very important to allow you to, one, have a player on your team that allows you to put in the heavy hitters elsewhere, but two, if someone gets injured, you need a player that can come in and get you some FPL points. Now, it can be painful to see these players scoring points on the bench, but imagine they score points on the bench and one of your main players doesn't play. You can bring that guy in off the bench as long as you put him as the first substitute, and he'll come on instead of a defender, and he could get you some points that could turn around your game week. And just in case you didn't know, the first player to come on off your bench is the first one in line. You have 1, 2 and 3 as slots. The player in slot 1 will come on as long as that formation still works. So if you've got 3 at the back and one of your defenders doesn't play, a midfielder isn't coming on for that defender, you have to have 3 at the back. But if a midfielder's out, he will come in, a midfielder will come in instead. Whereas if you put a defender there and you're playing 3-4-3 and the midfielder goes out, if the defender is in the number 1 slot, he will come on and change it to a 4-3-3. Hope that makes sense. Anyway, on to the actual players, and we're looking at Tom Carroll first of all, the only one I'm going to talk about at the 4.5 million bracket. And yes, there are other options like Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Nathaniel Chalobah, and I think Romeu from Southampton. Probably said some of those names wrong. But my favourite 4.5 million pound option is Tom Carroll, and there's a couple of reasons for that. He was pretty nailed on already at Swansea last season when he made the move there. He also has been given free kick duties, set piece duties, while Sigurdsson hasn't gone on pre-season tour with him. So a player for 4.5 million that might have set piece duty could be amazing. But there's a reason these players are rated at 4.5 million. It's either because they haven't had the chance to prove their worth, or they have been given the chance and they haven't been getting many FPL points. And Tom Carroll definitely hasn't got loads of FPL points anytime recently. If we look at his stats from last year, he got 16 appearances, 18 if you include 2 substitute appearances, and he got 1 goal and 2 assists, which isn't exactly setting the world alight. But had he had a full season at Swansea, that could have gone up to 2 goals and 4 assists. So you never know, he might come good for you at an important part of the season. His goal involvement rate while he was on the pitch was 14.3%. For 4.5 million, that is not bad. And chances created, he got 16. Swansea's fixture list has Southampton, Man United, Crystal Palace, Newcastle and Tottenham. So some decent fixtures in there. He is my favoured 4.5 million choice if you're going to go that route. But there are some better options if you're willing to spend just a little bit more. Next up, we have Leicester City's midfielder Wilfred Ndidi coming in at 5 million. Having spoken to some Leicester City fans, and my dad is a Leicester City fan as well, there are some high hopes for Wilfred Ndidi in the Leicester City team, and potentially he could have a really good season. He did score in the double game weeks, I believe, at the end of last season, and if I'd brought him in for that, I would have been very happy. I did have him in my team for literally most of the week leading up to that double game week, and then I took him out, so that hurt. Last season he got 17 appearances with 2 goals and 1 assist, very similar to Tom Carroll, just the other way around. Goal involvement was at 13.6% whilst he was on the pitch. He had 31 attempts on goal though, and created 6 chances in total. With Arsenal, Brighton, Man United, Chelsea and Huddersfield, it's a mixed bag of fixtures, but potentially he could be someone you can look at. Coming up next at 5 million is Crystal Palace's Jason Puncheon. Now the reason he is here because I'm pretty sure he's nailed on as a starter at Crystal Palace at the moment. That is definitely not a 100% certainty, But with all players, I'm looking for players that will definitely play, which is why I'm looking at Jason Puncheon. There are other options. Again, Ruben Loftus-Cheek comes to mind, and you've also got some other players around the same price bracket. But I've gone with Puncheon because of his history of scoring points and his kind price. Last season he got 35 appearances, 36 if you include a substitute appearance, and got 5 assists in total, with a goal involvement of 11.6 and 45 attempts on goal. 60 chances created as well means he could really raise that assist total that he got last season to more than 5. And the fixture list is okay for Crystal Palace, with only Liverpool standing out as a really difficult fixture amongst their first 5. Now we move up to the 5.5 million price bracket, and we are looking at Joe Allen from Stoke City. Last year, Joe Allen had a period where he was almost a must-have player, as he was scoring similar-ish points to the likes of Etienne Capoue at other points in the season, and Joshua King. Maybe not Joshua King standards, but still, he managed to score a lot of goals and get some assists in a period of time in the last season where he was playing just behind the striker, so he was getting into the right places at the right time. Last season he had 34 appearances, 36 if you include substitute appearances, and got 6 goals and 3 assists, with a goal involvement at 25%, which is great for a 5.5 million player. He had 40 attempts on goal and created 28 chances in total. Unfortunately, the fixture list isn't too kind for them, as they have Everton, Arsenal, West Brom, Man United and Newcastle, but Joe Allen could definitely play a part in our Fantasy Premier League 2017-2018 season. And then finally we have James Ward-Prowse coming in at 5.5 million in a Southampton side that we know have a great start to the season. If James Ward-Prowse can nail himself a spot in that Southampton side, he has the potential to be a massive player for us this season. 5.5 million for a player that had 22 appearances, 30 if you include substitute appearances, with 4 goals, 4 assists, a goal involvement rate while he was on the pitch of 38.1%, 42 attempts on goal with 43 chances created. With Swansea, West Ham, Huddersfield, Watford and Crystal Palace as the first 5, he could be vital to our starts of the season, which is why he easily makes this top 5 of budget priced midfielders. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the channel as always. If you disagree with any of my picks or there's anyone I missed, leave it in the comments down below. I'm not perfect. I won't spot every good option in the game, so let everyone else know if there's someone you're keeping an eye on in the comments. Hit that like button if you've enjoyed this video, and click that bell if you want notifications of when I go live. Videos will usually be at 4 o'clock in the day as well, so make sure to stay tuned to the channel as we get close to the end of 30 days of FPL and the start of the Fantasy Premier League season. I've been JNO, this has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.